Okay, so here we're going to demystify production rates, and that is to say, how do we track the progress and the time of our people? Now, there are a lot of, let's say, erroneous beliefs out there, incorrect beliefs about how production rates really work. And broadly speaking, people tend to forget the fact that different painters paint at different speeds. And so in this video, we're going to go over how to calculate that using two things, one called production points and the other called Little's Law. So let's jump into it. So the first concept here is the production point. And a production point, you can think of it as any task that is in a job site. That could be painting a wall, a door, baseboards, doing prep, anything. Well, typically what we do is we tend to measure those using different units of measurement like square feet and linear feet and, some kind of like, eyeball system. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to abstract all of that and convert it into a single unit that we're just going to call a point. And a point is going to be, it's going to take about 20 to 60 minutes worth of work, worth of labor, depending on who's doing it. And so somebody who is a little faster, a little more experienced, they're going to produce points a lot faster, closer to this 20 minutes per point range. And then somebody who is newer, like an apprentice, somebody young, somebody inexperienced, at a baseline, we're going to say, okay, let's at least be able to get this done in 60 minutes. And so for this example, we're going to use a door because a door is really easy to quantify. And so, for example, let's say that we have two different painters. One is able to produce a door in 20 minutes and the other is going to take them 40 minutes. So one painter is twice as fast as the other. And so where Little's law comes into this, it helps us to kind of calculate this production rate. So we'll take Little's law here. And Little's law uses a formula which is that L divided by W equals R. So let's kind of explain this for a second. So the L, that's basically just the number of stuff you have in queue, the number of projects or tasks, like I said, whether it's walls, trim, doors, ceilings. So just the number in this example, it's going to be the number of doors, or again, that abstracted unit, the number of points, right? And so we're going to just give each door a point, a single point. Okay? That way, we go into a room, we want to count out how many points there are in doors, we count the number of doors, and we have the total number of points. Now, the W in this is how long it takes to produce the point. And so, like I said, a single point is going to be anywhere from 20 to 60 minutes. And we're going to use an example where we have one painter who can do it in 20 minutes and another painter who can do it in 40. The R is the rate, so the production rate itself. So let's get into the painter. Let's talk about painter number one. So painter number one, P1 here, is going to do 20 minutes per door, okay? In other words, they could do one door every 20 minutes. And then the painter 2 can do, is going to take 40 minutes to do a door. And so we just take the reverse of that, the inverse of that, and they can do one door every 40 minutes. Okay, so far, so good. So how do we figure out how long they could do doors together? Well, let's say they have a task list of 10 doors. Okay, well, first what we need to figure out is what their combined production rate, which is simply going to take the rate of painter 1 and add it to the rate of painter 2. And that means that we'll have 1 over 20, one door per 20 minutes, plus one door every 40 minutes. Okay? So far, so good. Okay, well, now we have to actually add those together. Well, you may have to look up, brush up on your math for this, but I'm going to shortcut us here and let you know that every 40 minutes they could do 3 doors. Okay? Think about that conceptually. If this person, painter one, can do can do a door in 20 minutes, that means they can do 2 doors in 40 minutes. 2 doors in 40 minutes plus the 1 door in 40 minutes is 3 doors in 40 minutes together. Pretty simple. So a bunch of other math later, and we basically figure out that these people could do 10 doors, and it's going to take them 13.33 hours, okay? Because what we're doing is we're just taking, this number 10, taking this figure right here, multiplying across, and then we get 10 divided by 13.33, which means they can do 10 doors in about 13 and like 1/3 hour, right? 20 minutes, 13 hours and 20 minutes.